What's up, people? This is DET Aquarium, and today I'm going to be bringing you an update video. I know it's been long overdue. I'm sorry. I had a pretty large project that I had to complete on the majority of the weekends when I make my videos, and that was moving a bunch of my aquariums from one room in our house to another. And if you've ever done this, it is kind of a time-consuming process, especially when I replaced substrate. I had to wait for tanks to cycle, so forth and so on. And I also set up two more shrimp tanks identical to the ones that I've showed you before. So that was another big project that I've been doing. I made it identical to the two on the right, with the exception of the LEDs are a full color spectrum. But I'm extremely happy to show you all the shrimp that I have right now. I'm in the process of cycling the two tanks on the left. I have about 2 or 3 more weeks, and then I'll share with you at that point what shrimp are going in those aquariums. So this is my Taiwan B tank, and you probably haven't really seen it since setup unless you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I do post a lot of pictures of my shrimp and the aquariums on there, so if you would just go check those out as well. But the main focus behind this aquarium and the others were really to focus on the shrimp and keep my hands out of the aquarium as much as possible. And I think it's really paid off. Just within the last month or so, I've had about 3 or 4 batches of shrimplets. And I'm going to go over a piece of equipment, very simple piece of equipment here shortly, on why I think their survivability has really increased from aquariums before. But in this shrimp tank I have, I think, every Taiwan B that you can think of. I have blue bolts, shadow pandas, pandas, black King Kongs, extreme black King Kongs, wine reds, ruby reds. And that's just one of the really fun things about the Caridina species, especially Taiwan Bs, is you never really know what you're going to get when they have babies. If you can see here, I have a surprise for you all. I finally created 4 Tai Bs that I added to this aquarium. Here's one right here. So this is a Tai B, and this is a cross between an orange eye blue tiger shrimp, and I'm 75% sure the male was a blue bolt. But the project is long going. The idea next is to breed this Tai B or one of the other 3 back with any of these Taiwan Bs in hopes to have some pinto patterns in the future. So I want to go over 2 things with you. The first is this piece of equipment that I keep mentioning. It's called a choice bubbler. Now the idea behind it is it helps increase the oxygen levels in your aquarium, which is good for your shrimp's overall health, helps the survivability of your shrimplets, and it's overall just good for your environment to have a bountiful or plentiful amount of oxygen in the water column. So I've been looking for a product that would help increase the oxygen levels in the aquarium. Now I don't use sponge filters, I use canister filters, and I could have added an air pump with Airstone, but I like my setups as quiet as possible. So I got lucky enough on the Shrimp Spot forum, and I noticed a post on this product, and I was kind of skeptical at first, so I purchased 2, and just within in a month that I purchased it, I really noticed an increase again of the survivability of my shrimplets. I mean, at least quadrupled the amount of shrimplets I've noticed. Now I can't say definitively that it was this piece of equipment, but I can tell you it has done wonders for my shrimplets. So I tried the spray bar attachment for your canister filter, but the only problem with that is it didn't break the surface of the water. It did agitate it, but it didn't break the water, and that's important for the exchange of gases to happen. So I found this piece of equipment. It's really simple. There's a little knob on the back that increases and decreases the amount of air through this air tubing. Goes up here into this attachment, and the attachment it slides right on. Doesn't need any extra tools or anything, and the water shoots through and disperses the air into the water. I mean, it's extremely simple. You think we would have seen something sooner than now, but I'm extremely happy with the product, and you can find it on hanaquatics.com if you're interested. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is leaf litter. Now, I know a lot of people buy Indian almond leaves, and I wish I could show you all the leaves right behind here. Actually, I will. Let's see. So this whole corner is just filled with leaves. Now, I have Indian almond leaves. I use papaya leaves, guava leaves. Also have walnut leaves and oak leaves. And I put them in the aquarium. I just let them float, and where they land, I don't try to place them anywhere. And it's an awesome thing for your shrimp. They have antifungal and bacterial properties. They promote the biofilm for shrimp to eat. They help reduce stress on your shrimp. I mean, it's overall just a good product to have in your aquarium. It's a bunch of leaves, and it's really simple concept, but I highly recommend it. I think that's another caveat on why I've had a lot of success recently. That's all for this update video. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and sending me messages. I promise I'm going to start making more videos a little more frequent now that I have these aquariums moved in this particular room. But other than that, thanks again. You guys have a great week ahead.